Hi people. After looking through all your work, it seems like a lot of you or most of you are confused with all the simplifying, addition, subtraction, and multiplication, or even division of algebraic fractions. So that's why I come up with this video to clear all the doubts once and for all. So simplifying algebraic fraction. Simplifying algebraic fractions is similar to, or you can say almost totally the same as your primary school uh, changing all fraction into its simplest form, but now it's in algebra form. So for example here, okay, most important is that we have to see the algebraic fraction given to us. How many terms are there in the numerator and denominator? For example, the first one, okay, there's only one term in the numerator and one term in the denominator. So what we can do is we group all the numbers together, okay, all the same alphabet together, okay, and those that don't have common one, we just rewrite lah. So with this 35 over 40, we divide by 5 on top and bottom, so it'll be 7 over 8. S and S square, I'll have 1 over S. T to the power of 5 over T to the power of 3, I have T square. Then 1 over U, which ultimately, after we simplify everything, the answers for this will be 7T square over 8SU. Okay, that's how we simplify these algebraic fractions. So do take note, the key thing is now, since there's only one term in the numerator, one term in the denominator, so we don't need to do much things, we just need to group them, place them top and bottom for like terms. So what if now we have more than one terms in the numerator and denominator? Then that will be a bit different. We have to factorize. We cannot just like the one term in the numerator and one term in the denominator, just some students call it cancel out or this thing. Cannot. So for example, this 18U square minus 30U. So first thing, U is the common alphabet. 18 and 30, we have common factor, or the highest common factor is 6. Okay, so I have 3U minus 5. Okay, then we do the same thing for the denominator. 35 minus 21U, I have 7. So I have 5 minus 3U. So now I can see that these two seems like the same, but they are not the same. So what do? We will choose to change one of the bracket into the same manner by doing what? By factorizing -1 out. Please take note, we are not multiplying by -1 because this expression we cannot multiply by -1. So what we do, we factorize out -1, maybe from the denominator. So become 3U minus 5. Why this is so? For example, I have 5 minus 3U. I factor out -1. So I have 3U minus 5. Okay. So we can cancel off this 2, which is totally identical. Then I have -6U over 7. Or some of you can be written, the answer is -6 over 7U. Both are okay. So that's how we do. So what if there are more than, what if we continue to do our multiplication? Take note, over here, when we perform multiplication of algebraic fractions, if there are more than one term, same thing. These are all the steps that's required. Okay, we have to factorize all numerator and denominator completely. If we didn't do, the question, I would say, almost impossible to be done. So with this, I factorize. So how to factorize? Then we'll be making use of all your knowledge of factorization, whether is it take out common term, common factor, or multiplication frame. Some call it tic-tac-toe and try and error, or the identity. So this is, we all have learned it previously. So my first numerator, x squared minus 36. So I'll be using algebraic identity, a plus b, a minus b. Then my denominator, also a squared minus b squared, a plus b, a minus b. And I multiply by x plus 6, x plus y over x minus 6. How come these two I don't need to factorize? Because we can't factorize. So over here, okay, I can choose to cancel out, or I can choose to place them side by side. So I place them in a single fraction, because I don't like to use cancellation. Okay, so with this, x plus y, x plus y, x minus 6, x minus 6. So ultimately, my answer to this is x plus 6 over x minus y. I say again, if a student didn't factorize completely all the numerator and denominator, okay, basically they cannot, or they are unable to proceed with simplifying these algebraic fractions. Okay, then how about division? Division, we're using the KCF, and take note, after we factorize, please do not expand the bracket. The flow of factorization, okay, is that after we factorize, okay, we will cancel any like terms or bracket that's totally the same. So after that, we will not expand the bracket anymore. So please take note. So this is division. So division, we'll be using KCF, keep, change, flip. So okay, and in the same time, we will factorize those numerator or denominator whereby there are more than one terms. So we can see the first fraction numerator, p squared minus 2p plus 1, there's 3 terms. So we can factorize into how many bracket? Into the highest power of the p, which is 2 brackets. So I have 2 brackets. This one will be, this one we can either use multiplication frame or our algebraic identity. So looking at it, we can use algebraic identity a minus b, then square. So it will be p minus 1 square, because p square minus 2p times 1, 2p plus 1 square, fine. Then my denominator also can factorize, but this time around we cannot use a plus b whole thing square. So we have to use the multiplication frame. So this one is, suppose is 4q, let's try, I'm not so sure. 4q, 3 and 1, 3 and 1. So with 3 and 1, I'll have plus, minus. Okay, so with this, let's check. Over here, 4q minus 3q. So I have positive q, fine. Then KCF, keep, change, flip. So with this, you can see, okay, this one you all have a choice, so I'll do it in a different manner. Okay, just now the previous example for multiplication, I combine them into a single fraction. So for here, I can cancel out diagonally for any bracket. They are identical. Diagonally, they are the same, or top and bottom. So I have p plus 1, p plus 1. So q plus 1, q plus 1. I have a p minus 1, I have a p minus 1 here. So which means the final answer will be p minus 1 over 4q minus 3. So that's how we perform division of algebraic fraction. The last two will be addition and subtraction. Same idea, okay? But addition and subtraction is the most difficult one. Why? Because we have to make sure the denominator are the same before you can perform multiplication, before you can perform addition or subtraction. So with this, okay, 13 is a numerator we can't change because it's only one term. Denominator here, x squared minus 8x plus 16. So this one we have to factorize because it's more than 2 terms. So more than 1 term, my bad. So it'll be x 4 minus, so negative 4x minus 4x will be negative 8x. Fine. Then the next term, nothing much because x minus 4 we cannot factorize. So I have x minus 4, which we can see for this, the common denominator will be x minus 4, x minus 4. Whether you want to write x minus 4 square, I'm fine with both. So it will be 13 plus 11 times x minus 4. Because here I have 2 times x minus 4 times x minus 4. So with this, we cannot stop here and we cannot cancel at all. We have to make sure we combine all the like terms for the numerator before we can think about simplifying. So it will be 13 plus the 11x minus 44 over x minus 4 square. So I have 44 minus 13. So I have 31. So negative 31. So I have 11x minus 31 over x minus 4 square. So with this, since numerator cannot be factorized any further, which means that we can't simplify this algebraic fraction also. Okay. So let's proceed. This addition. How about subtraction? Subtraction idea also the same. Common denominator. So you can see the denominator is factorized for us nicely. So the common denominator will be x minus 6 square. So I have 4 bracket x minus 6 because this one times x minus 6, this one times x minus 6. So I have minus 3 here. So it'll be 4x minus 24 minus 3 x minus 6. So here will be 4x minus 27 over x minus 6 square. So there's no way to further factorize for the numerator. So that will be the final answer. So that's how we perform addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division for algebraic fractions. Do take note, please be careful. These are the steps that we need to follow strictly. If not, our answers will not be complete. Thank you.